There is a conversation happening about you that you are never in. HR is having it. Your manager is having it. Senior leaders are having it. And the conversation determines your promotion, your raise, your retention investment, and your visibility on the next opportunity. Most professionals never think about this conversation. The professionals who do, and who influence it deliberately, operate at a different altitude than the ones who don't. This is your internal brand. Here is what it actually is. What shapes it? And how to influence it. This is what the talent. Let me name what we're actually talking about. Your internal brand is the consistent narrative that people inside your organization tell about you when you're not present. Not your title. Not your job description. Not even your accomplishments. The narrative. The pattern of words that come up when your name is mentioned in a meeting, in a calibration discussion, in a hallway conversation between senior leaders. That narrative is shorthand. She's strategic, but quiet. He delivers but doesn't manage up well. She's reliable in a crisis. He's brilliant but hard to work with. That shorthand follows you. Through promotions. Through performance reviews. Through layoff decisions. Through retention conversations. And most professionals have no idea what their shorthand actually is. Your internal brand is shaped by 3 groups. Each one with different access to you. Each one with different influence. Group 1. Your direct manager. The single most influential voice in your internal brand. Their description of you sets the tone for every other conversation about you. Group 2. Skip-level executives. The people who hear your manager talk about you, and form their own impressions based on the times they've interacted with you directly. Their impression carries weight in promotion, retention, and project assignment decisions. Group 3. Your peers, cross-functional partners, and the broader organization. They hear about you secondhand from Group 1 and Group 2. They also have direct interactions with you. Meetings, projects, hallway conversations. Their perception either reinforces or contradicts the manager-driven narrative. When the 3 groups align, your internal brand is coherent. When they diverge, you have a brand problem that someone is going to surface eventually. 5 things shape your internal brand. Most professionals only think about one. Thing 1. Your visible work product. The work people can see. Projects shipped, results delivered, presentations given. This is what most professionals focus on. It matters. But it is not enough. Thing 2. How you handle pressure. The conversation about you in calibration often includes specific phrases: stayed calm during the X situation, lost composure when Y happened, showed real judgment during Z crisis. People remember how you behaved in difficulty. That memory follows you. Thing 3. Your communication patterns. How clearly you communicate. How directly. How appropriately. Whether you escalate things well. Whether you give people the information they need. This is the part that gets discussed most in your absence, because it's the part that affects others most directly. Thing 4. Your reliability. Specifically, the gap between what you said you would do and what you actually did. The professionals who consistently deliver on commitments, even small ones, build internal brands that compound positively. Those who don't, even occasionally, build skepticism that compounds negatively. Thing 5. Your political behavior. This one is uncomfortable to name, but it's real. Whether you talk poorly about colleagues, whether you take credit appropriately or excessively, whether you support team success or compete against it, Whether you participate in or stay out of office politics, these behaviors get noticed. They get talked about. They become part of how you're described when you're not in the room. You cannot control what people say about you. You can influence it. 4 moves. Move 1. Audit your current brand. Most professionals have never asked. Ask a trusted senior person, not your direct manager, how they would describe your work to someone who doesn't know you. The phrases they use are revealing. If the description matches who you want to be, reinforce the patterns producing it. If it doesn't, you have a brand problem to address. Move 2. Decide who you want to be. Most professionals drift into their brand. Strong professionals decide. 3 to 5 words. Strategic. Reliable. Calm under pressure. Direct communicator. Team builder. Whatever they are, be deliberate. And then make sure your visible behavior reinforces those words consistently. Move 3. Make your work strategically visible. Your direct manager is the primary narrator of your internal brand. The skip level and senior peers hear from your manager first. Help your manager describe you well by making your work easy to talk about. Quantified outcomes. Specific impact statements. Clear examples of judgment in action. The professional who hands their manager good talking points is the professional whose manager talks about them well. Move 4. Build the multi-channel narrative. Don't rely only on your manager to tell your story. Build direct visibility with skip-level executives through skip-level meetings, cross-functional projects, and substantive contributions to senior conversations. When skip levels have their own impression of you, that impression reinforces or corrects the manager-driven narrative. The most resilient internal brand comes from multiple sources, saying similar things about you. Internal brand compounds. The professional who builds a strong internal brand in year 1 starts year 2 from a stronger position. Their work gets more benefit of the doubt. Their judgment is trusted more. Their voice carries more weight in meetings. They're considered first for stretch assignments. They're invited into conversations they couldn't access before. And the brand compounds with every interaction. Year 3 is even stronger. Year 5 is meaningfully different. The professional who builds a weak internal brand in year 1 starts year 2 from a weaker position. Their work requires more justification. Their judgment is questioned. Their voice carries less weight. They're considered later for opportunities. And that weakness also compounds. Year 3 is harder. Year 5 is structural. Internal brand is not a quarterly initiative. It is a daily discipline, practiced over years. The work begins this week. HR talks about you when you're not in the room. Your manager talks about you. Senior leaders talk about you. Your peers form impressions and pass them along. That conversation determines your promotion, your raise, your visibility, your retention investment, your next opportunity. Most professionals never think about this conversation. Strong professionals think about it deliberately and influence it through their work, their behavior, their visibility, their narrative. Audit your current brand. Decide who you want to be. Make your work strategically visible. Build the multi-channel narrative. Comment brand below if this is changing how you think about your internal presence at work. This is what the talent. The move is yours.